Hey, greetings and welcome back, my fellow star citizens. Today, we are going to learn how to make millions upon millions by mining Quantanium in 3.17. This is going to be similar to a past video about making money with cargo runs, but instead, we are exploring a new game loop, mining. I am still semi-new to mining, but I'm using the information and resources I've learned and gathered from the organization I am a part of. Disorderly Conduct, link in description if you're interested. Some of these resources are mining route charts, density charts, first-hand experience, and or consultations. It's a lot easier than it may sound or look, so let's begin with some of the basics so you can begin making the big bucks with mining. The first thing you are going to want to do is purchase a Prospector for a little over 2 million AUEC. You could purchase the Mole, but I am not experienced with that ship yet, and it's more of a duo mining ship, but you can run it solo if you want. But my recommendation is to start with the Prospector until you feel more comfortable and have the money for a Mole. The Prospector is more of a solo mining ship, so this will get the job done regardless of where you choose to mine. Now, you may be wondering, just as I was when I first started, where and why do I mine Quantanium? The easiest answer here is that Quantanium is the most profitable for the time spent mining and refining, plus there are many locations you can find Quantanium. Let's take a peek at a mining routes chart for ARC-L1 Refinery. I will place a link to the charts and all the other location charts in the description below. I know the chart can seem confusing at first, but let's pretend we are chilling at Hurston where the green dot is near the top right of the chart. If we travel from here to ARC-L1, we will pass through a large asteroid belt that consists of 10 different bands. Each band has a specific asteroid density. And if you can guess, we would like to mine Quantanium in the band that has the largest density. That would be band number 5. So if we are traveling from Hurston, we need to drop out of quantum travel at about 6.8 million kilometers from ARC-L1. And if we are traveling the opposite direction, ARC-L1 to Hurston, we would drop out of quantum travel at 13.4 million kilometers in order to land in band 5. I know this has the highest density because of the halo density chart that I'm showing now. You can find these resources in the description below as well. Wow, look at that density chart, band 5. That's where we want to be, and that's where we are. Now you would be able to begin scanning and searching for quant rocks once you're in band 5. And when you're scanning for rocks, when you hover over them or if you're up close scanning it, you're looking for Q-type. Anything Q-type is going to be Quantanium. But let's pause for a moment. Is there other places to find Quantanium? Well, I'm glad you asked, because yes, there is. You can do this on the other side of the galaxy at Crew L1, or you can stay near ARC-L1 and just go to the planet Lyria. If you choose to do this, then there is no reason to look at charts or what band would be optimal for mining Quantanium. I recently just started going to Lyria because there isn't a specific location you need to worry about. Just fly close to the ground and scan for them beefy Quantanium rocks. For this video, we will be on Lyria because I think this has the quickest results when locating Quantanium. And you might be wondering why. And that's a great question. Fly close to the surface on Lyria, pick a direction, scan, and go. As soon as you notice a cluster of rocks or anything over one rock, you, sir, have located Quantanium. Now you just need to bust out that mining laser, scan the rock, and ensure you can get a decent percentage of Quantanium for profit. I would say 20% or more will give you a good profit. That may be a full 20 to 40% Quantanium rock, or a 10% and a 10%, or a 20% and a 5%. It doesn't matter, as long as you have over 20% in my eyes, that's a good worthwhile profit. You can also look to the mass of the rock, and that will give you a better indicator how much 20 or 30% will be once broken up. A rock with a mass of 5,000 and 20% quant will be less Quantanium than a rock with 8,000 mass and 20% quant. You might want 30 to 40% depending on the mass. Note number 2, you cannot mine a rock with a mass over 5,200 to 5,400 using a Prospector. I'm not sure what the exact mass number is, but it's somewhere in that 5,000 to 6,000 range. You would need a friend to help or a mole to do this. Just keep this in mind. I would still prefer solo mining on Lyria at the current point in time due to the ease of finding Quantanium rocks. Although you may come across a decent amount of rocks that have too high of a mass to mine solo, but just move on to the next set of rocks because you will find them quickly on Lyria. Just look out for those clusters. Once you find your rock with a decent percentage of Quantanium, you can begin mining with a click of a button. Make sure you don't overcharge the rock or you could potentially blow yourself the fuck up and lose time and money. Keep the meter in the sweet spot and be patient with it. Once you make the first break, go ahead and scan the rocks to find all the ones with Quantanium and then repeat the break process. Once everything is broken up, you are ready to extract. You may have to set the keybinds to your liking for mining, and you can find them here in advanced keybinds. I bound mine to the joystick buttons. Go ahead and switch the mining mode to extraction and begin extracting all the rocks that have the most Quantanium first. Once those are a part of your cargo, if you have more room, go ahead and extract the others that may have less Quantanium. The more you can get, the more you can fill up those shallow pockets. Once you have a full cargo of Quantanium or whatever floats your boat, skirt out of there as fast as possible to Arc L1 or your preferred refinery. Mine is Arc L1 at this current point in time due to how close it is to Lyria. This is another benefit to mining on Lyria. You may or may not have noticed a timer that started once you extracted a certain amount of Quantanium. Quantanium is volatile, and too much time will make you go boom if you are unable to store your ship at the refinery quick enough. You have about 14 minutes, which should be plenty of time for travel. Just don't fuck around and quickly make your way to the refinery. Once your Prospector is stored, the timer will stop and you are good to take your time. From here, head down to the refinery and go to the console where you can begin your work order. I prefer refining the Quantanium because you get more of a profit, but you do have to wait for this profit. The value of Quantanium is 44 AUEC for the ore and 88 AUEC if you refine it. Wait time doesn't bother me because while the Quantanium is refining, I just continue to mine and make more work orders and more money. And when you have work orders sitting and then you're creating other work orders and then you just have this loop going, every day you'll be making however much money you can make based on your work orders, and it's just a constant cycle if you enjoy mining and you're doing it whenever you play. What vendor should I choose when creating a work order? At one point, I was doing fair on exchange due to the time it took to refine and profit based on the yield that I would get back after refining, but currently I am doing Dynex at Arc L1 because of the high yield. There is a long wait time, but I get the high yield, so I'm cool with it. Check out the description below for more resources and information. This will include a link to different charts and locations for mining and everything you would need. Eventually, the Quantanium will be ready for a transport, and that's where the big bucks are finally made. We are taking anything from 200k AUEC to 1 or 2 million, depending on how many work orders you completed and how much refined quant you have. Hopefully, you have a ship that you can load all the refined quant into and transport to a trade center on ArcCorp, Hurston, or whatever you prefer. You can always rent a ship if needed. If you need help with where to sell your cargo, check out my past video on how to make money with cargo runs. I go into detail there regarding trade centers. And that's it. You should now feel comfortable enough to begin mining. Not only is mining relaxing, it is also very profitable and stable with the 3.17 update. If you enjoyed the video, please take a moment from mining Quantanium and hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated on future videos. I respond to all comments, so go ahead and drop one below. If you are interested in joining an organization, check out Disorderly Conduct and join us on Discord if you think you would be a good fit for the org. Links are in the description below. Thanks again. My name is Werebo, and I hope to catch you mining in the verse. Bye!